Grab your drinks, folks. It's time to put the world away. So here we go, folks. OOTP 26. This is our second season. And let's go. There's another game here, you guys. If you get this game, OOTP 26, there's another game if you like opening packs, card packs, and be surprised at what players are in there. You can build a team that way. And you can play tournaments against people all around the world, whoever has this game that plays the perfect team. It's free to play. I mean, you bought the game, you can play, but you have an option. You can use your real money and buy different packs as well. Okay, that's all go into that. Maybe someone else on YouTube can explain the perfect team. I have a little, I'm in the Iron League, and through different achievements and stuff, if your team wins, and if you get like a guy that hits 20 homers or so many stolen bases or so many hits or so on and so forth, you'll get like these perfect points, and that's the currency. All right, fun little a side game here with the OOTP. But let's go, folks. Let's load this up. The 51st states. Remember who won the World Series the last or the first season? It was the Georgia, the state of Georgia. And just a little recap. If I know how to maneuver through this freaking game, Georgia, the Peach State, was the World Series champions for the first league. And we did look around at some of the winners. American League Award winners. Remember the show, which is the MVP in real life, the MVP for the American League, which I renamed. You can go through all the settings and do so many things. We talked about that in the first episode. So if you missed the first episode, go back to the first episode. But so much you can do with this game in creating your own baseball world and all the settings. That's what I'll say. But we nicknamed it the Showboat Mango Award because this is the Showboat Mango channel. And Ray Sanchez was the Showboat Mango Award winner. Right? He had that 7.8. He didn't lead the league in any category. But, I mean, maybe if we look on other stats, we can go and we can look at, I'm sure there's probably other stats that we can look at. Expanded baseball batting stats, and you can even add more stats on here if you want, if this isn't the stats you want. I'm sure he led somewhere, maybe not, but he did have the best. No, he didn't even have, usually that would be red. He had a 7.8 WAR, 42 homers, folks. He even had he had 3 games. He started off this year 3 games in the AAA. I guess maybe that would be Boise team. I'm not sure. We can find out, but I'm lazy to look right now. And he had 3 games. He did, just 12 at bats, 4 hits, and I guess the team's like, yeah, we need you right now for the New Jersey Garden State. 42 homers, batting .320. Phenomenal player, folks. 24 years old only. So we'll see if he can get back in there. Again, he's a fictional player. The historical players were just coming in, right? We had him in that first draft. But that was the American League winner. And then the National League winner for the Showboat Mango. We also have the pitcher, the Rookie Award, the reliever. The National League Award winner was this David Vasquez, 31-year-old. He did lead the league in RBI. 131 on base percentage, slugging, and WAR. He led the National League with 7.1. Wow, so that other guy had a 7.8, and he didn't even lead it. There was a higher WAR guy. We can find that out if we want. We can look at so many different stats. Where's the WAR leader? Should be on here, yeah? Maybe it's not. WAR above replacement. Ray Sanchez, yeah, he was the guy, 7.84. Some reason it's not highlighted there. All right. Okay, so yep, obviously the first season is going to match the career Okay, let's go, guys. Who is going to win? Let's go. We're going to sim it to spring training. Regular season begins. Let's go to the spring training begins. Let's go. I should have simmed that off the camera, right? It should go pretty fast, though. I said, do not disturb. I'm unemployed. I could adjust the saving. I have it every month. Let's see if it's every month. Here, we'll go fly through December. But yeah, the World Series, guys. Georgia Peach State, huh? There they go. They swept? No. It goes 7 games here against the Beehive State, which is what? Utah. So hey, guys, you guys will learn the nicknames. If you stay with me, you'll learn all the nicknames of all the 50 states here. Be at the highest average for that, 327 there in the National League, 336. I'd love to see somebody hit over 350, even a 400. Who's the last person to hit 400? Was it George Brett? I think it was George Brett. I think he hit like 402. There's been some guys that were close. Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs. Those are my era. My big-time baseball era was the mid-'80s, the late '80s, early '90s. That was when I was really big into baseball cards and knowing a lot of the players coming through the stats. Okay, here we are, middle of February. Usually the middle of February, the pitchers and catchers report that there's 2 spring training locations. You're either in Fort Myers, Florida, or you're in Phoenix, Arizona area, Peoria, which I was this year. I watched a few games, few spring training games, the Mariners. Okay, so here we go. There's an international amateurs. We're going to go through the opening day. Do they have the preseason yet? Preseason predictions. So here we go. This is who they think is going to win the, well, they don't say who's going to win the World Series, but they have just the records of the team. So the best team they think is going to be, there's 94 winner at Washington. They predicted them to do good last year. I forgot what they got. 94. Is that it? American League. 94. So they're predicting. Oh, and Rhode Island again. So 94. So there we go. 2 teams with 94 wins. That's a team I'm kind of currently living. I am living here in Washington, the Evergreen State. So I guess I'm biased. I'm voting for those guys. Here's some of the top hitters. They're predicting there's Sanchez again, so they're predicting him to be the man again, folks. Remember the last year's draft? Let's see if we can look at that. I remember Jeff Bagwell's one that caught my eye last year because he's a Hall of Famer, and I looked it up off camera. Looked it off of screen because I forgot what year he went into the Hall of Fame. It was 2017. According to Google, he went to the Hall of Fame. So he was the one guy that came in the draft last year. Draft log last year, right? And he went, oh yeah, and Chris Sabo. But yeah, Jeff Bagwell went number 7 in the first pick. So first is Jack Myers was the first one, the real life player, the catcher. Which in real life, he played for New York and... Not sure, bro. Back in 1900s, folks. A catcher. I don't remember those guys, of course. I'm not that old, folks. So, but Chris Sabo, I definitely remember him. You know, the late 80s and stuff. Early 90s. And where he went to the Minnesota North. He's actually minor league contract. He's actually starting for the major league team. Minnesota North Stars. He's their starting third baseman. Is that true? That's what it said. Am I reading that right? I'm just trying to get used to the game here. Their third baseman here. There he is. He's leading off. Chris Sabo, third base. So we wish him well, man. came through. 25 years old. All right, and then of course we got to see if Jeff Bagwell is he starting. Wisconsin Badger State. There he goes. He's making $740,000. So with Wisconsin, I'm gonna guess he's probably good contact hitter. I'm gonna guess he better be. He's probably number one, number two. He's in the top four batting, in their lineup. He's number one as well. He's the lead offer. There we go. So we got two guys I'm kind of keeping an eye on. Let's go. Let's get going. Let's get to the first year player draft. There we go. And we'll see what historical players. Maybe we'll have an exciting Babe Ruth or like, you know, the big guys, Hank Aaron, right? Willie Mays. We can go on and name all the players. But here we go. Take a look at your guys' team. Remember they predicted the Evergreen State to have a kick butt year, and they predicted again was they're down here. I didn't scroll down. I could remind me to scroll down. I'm simming right now, but it was the I forgot the team, guys. But right now the best team would be Wisconsin, 655% winning percentage. Oh, that was preseason. That was here we go, April 10th. So we're simming right now. Oh, look at there you go, importing historical rookies. We're simming until the draft. And when is the draft again? I forgot the date. Here we go. We're still simming. I'm trying to think of things I can talk about. I watched a little bit of the first video, and I always say, how can I make this better for you guys? So I think this is a pretty good format. Kind of do a little recap from the last video. Do the preseason predictions. We'll do the draft pick. What historical players are coming through, where they get picked. I'll do the draft. This is the day after, and we'll look at the draft. Who got picked where, and then at the end of the year, who won, what state won, and we'll look around at the stats. Because that's what I like doing. I like looking at the numbers. Who was the home run guy? Who got the Showboat Mango Award? Who had the best ERA? Best pitcher, best hitter. And what state, of course, won? Where's the last year? Where's Georgia at? They're down here. I gotta scroll down. Let me stop here. And let's get to the standings. Can I scroll down? It's quite... We'll just have to look at it, guys, when we get to the first year. Oh, July 11th. Are we there? Or on June 1st? Okay. But yeah, my team's kicking butt. Washington so far, folks, at the first 60-ish games. That's right. Rhode Island was the other one picked. We can just see the top two teams here in the nationally, the Northeast. Those young rookies doing pretty good, folks? I don't see them up here. Where'd Bagwell go? Forgot where you went already. Wisconsin, didn't he? He was with Wisconsin. Wisconsin Badgers. They're doing really pretty good. Second right now. Illinois is winning in there. Indiana, we got the Beehive State, which they made it pretty far in the playoffs last year at North Dakota. And here we go, folks, July 11th. So halfway-ish point of there's 162 games, and they've played what is that, 890, if I can add. So far, my team just got a half a game lead over the Wyoming Cowboys. The best team right now, 57, Nevada is one. Wisconsin, 51. And then Rhode Island, 58. So, yeah, just what the computer's been picking has been pretty accurate, right? 58 for Rhode Island, and then best team over here is Nevada. So let's go. Let's look at this draft. Player draft. Remember, again, there's all kinds of in-game. Obviously, you guys be a lot more involved. There's a combine. You can assign your scouts to certain players, and you can get more of a better scouting report on each player. But here's the draft, the order. So Missouri, it should be because they had the worst. I can't even talk. Brain fart here. The worst record last year. Is that true? So the last team who won it all last year? Georgia. And they're picking up here. I don't think I have, and that's on the game options that you could trade your draft picks. It might be on here somewhere. The game settings. Maybe options. You can trade your draft pick. Or it's a pool. Forgot how the draft works. Not sure if it's like basketball where, if you do have the worst, you'll have more names in the hat if you have the worst record from the year before. But where's it at? I was looking for it. You can option where you can trade your draft pick. It might be enabled in here. Allow rainouts, players, maybe rules, allow trades. Allow draft pick trading. It's not ticked. So I'm not sure how the draft works, folks. Some smart baseball player might know. But let's look at this draft pool. Let's see what names that I recognize. Some of you, big baseball buffs were like, oh, I know who this guy is, Tom Griffin. I just have pictures in there. So he's, according to this, that has the best potential. We got 4 guys that have 4-star potential. And that doesn't mean that some of these guys, I've had this in the past where I've had a 3-star or even lower, and he turned out the scouts were wrong, and I just maybe developed him well. He came up and he was like a 4-5-star guy. He was awesome, baby. So Tom Griffin, real life stats, 60s. Hey, played him until 82. I haven't heard of him though. And he had a few good years over a 3 WAR, couple years. Lefty Grove. Now, I definitely have heard of Lefty Grove. Way before my time, though. Yeah, the 25s to 41. Look at this WAR that year, 10.3. And the WAR is, that's our WAR. Not sure what that means. I know WAR's wins above replacement at 8.7, 7.5. So he had some killer years as a pitcher. We'll see where he goes. So that's one name. Doc White. Definitely before my time now. You guys know anybody named Doc besides a nickname? That's his real first name, Doc. Again, WARs are really good. 8.6. Here, let's do the top guy, and then this Vic Willis. I'm not familiar with him because 1898 he played to 1910. But another, dang, he had a WAR, guys, at 10.4 one year. Pitchers, of course. Here we're looking at. Hey, am I looking at the right stats here? Pitching stats. Or real life stats. Basic pitching. There we go. Now I was getting confused. Like, where the heck basic pitching? There's all kinds of different expanded pitching stats. If you guys know what all these are, I think BK is bulk. I wish developers of the game, if you hover over this, I would love to have a breakdown. What does WP stand for? Okay, I guess I'd have to look online if maybe I might be able to figure it out. Box, intentional bases on balls. I don't want to waste your guys' time here trying to figure, but you could. I wish anyway they would have. You can hover over it and then it would break it down. What does WP? It would come to another screen here. and it'd be like a little info box here, and it would tell you what WP stands for and the information about it, and so on and so forth. There's all these statistic analytical numbers you guys go on for days. Expanded pitching number 1, expanded pitching number 2, and then there's a way you can load up more stats on here. So let's see. All batters. So here's okay. So they got more 5-star potential guys, batters coming through, and right off the bat, this is an active player, isn't he? Or did he just retire? He's yeah. He must have just retired last year, I guess. Obviously 2024. I thought he wasn't sure. Yeah, just retired last year, and he happened to be randomly generated here in the first year, or the player draft. Alex Bregman, good third baseman. Sam Chapman, before my time. He played in the 30s and the 50s here. 30s, 40s, 50s. Philadelphia looks like. A catcher that's coming through. Looks like a guy before my time. Yep, before my time, but he only had a few seasons. Wasn't the best catcher. Didn't play very much. Nonetheless, historical rookie. And see, his real life stats, they weren't very good, but he's ranked. Right? He's ranked very well. Huh. Bob Hale. I have heard of this guy. I don't know why I would have, because he's, again, not very good player. So we might be missing some guys that are down here that are really... Is this the Mickey Mantle, folks? The Mick. So we are in this baseball world, folks. He's only currently, and we'll see what happens. I mean, he's 3.5 stars potential. So who is? That's the draft pipe report scouting. We only have the OOTP Scouting Association. So we'll keep an eye on him as well. They don't have his contact very good, but he's only 18. And we'll see. Maybe he'll develop a lot better than the 3.5 stars. But if you look at his real life stats, folks, one of the best players. I mean, Mickey Mantle is... He's... what? Top 10? And there you could argue historical players. Is he that high? I would say so. Average just at 298. He had over 500 homers in his career. He's up there, folks. One of the best players ever to play the game. Mickey Mantle. So really quick at the look. Some of you guys might notice some of the players coming through here. So there's that, guys. All right, so we're gonna go one more day. We're gonna go we'll go a couple days and we'll see where the drafting has happened. We'll see where some of the players go. So I thought the game would have took their real life stats, and I think it does for the most part. It would have took their real life stats and say, hey, he was good in real life. He's gonna be, give him kind of the similar potential, similar attributes as in the fantasy world, but that's not the case. I'm gonna guess though, for most part it will be, but I guess we'll find out here. Rookie draft. Let's see what happened. The draft log here, folks. So the Show Me State, they got the first pick, of course. Harry Stovey they picked. He was a guy that played in 1880s. So you look at his looks. I mean, he is a power home run hitting guy, gap hitter as well. So doubles and home runs is expect this guy to get. Number 1 pick. And then Herman Long went to the Mississippi. Shortstop. Germany's his nickname, huh? He played again 1880s. Had a pretty good long career. Not bad. Not a bad player. Montana Treasure State. It says age 20, out of college, Oregon State University, Corvallis. So one of the youngsters coming through here. There's a couple other 20-year-olds though. There's an 8. There he is, guys. Mickey Mantle went to Nebraska Cornhusker State. And then Alex Bregman went to South Carolina. Lefty Grove went to West Virginia. So let's take a look at this guy. What a name, huh? Arky Vaughn. Real life, I mean, he 1930s to 40s, he was over a 300 average hitter. Very good. On base percentage over 400. Arky Vaughn. Wish him the best. So who won it all last year was Georgia. Who'd they pick up? They're not even in there. Am I missing them? There they are. They had the 35th pick. Sam Chapman. All right, guys. That's Moose McCormick. He looks familiar, or sounds familiar. His name. I don't know why it would. Anybody else that I can recognize off the top of my head? Barry Larkin. Oh yeah, he was an 80s player. He's going to the 86 to 2004. He was consistently over a 300 hitter. 300. He tapered off the end of the year as normal folks do, but right under 300. That's all I recognize up off the top here, guys. Joe Jackson? Isn't that Shoeless? Yeah, right here. Shoeless Joe, folks. I mean, this guy was, look at this. Speaking of 400 average in 1911, 147 games, 408 he hit. So this guy was a contact hitter. 356 batting average, folks. Not a power hitter. I mean, his last year was the best power hitter. 12 homers. 121 RBIs. Damn, his last year, why did he quit? All right, then there's a supplemental round. I'm not sure how that works. Kind of forget how that works, folks. I think if you don't sign some players the year before, you get into a supplemental round of picks. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to the end of the year, folks. We'll go to the playoffs. The playoffs begin. All right, so here we go. As we progress further in this save, I kind of want to look at the stats and see who's gonna be leading up there, and see how well we'll see how well their real life stats, if they were better than their real life or worse. Let's see, Evergreen, come on, let's go. North Dakota's doing really well with 80 wins. Are the first one I've seen. They got 80. I know Rhode Island down here, and we weren't able to zoom down. There's a guy hitting 360. Home runs. Somebody's hitting 42. 100 stolen bases. Somebody's yelling. I'm here at the library, guys. They need to kick this guy out. Somebody's kind of have some kind of mental breakdown here or something. All right, so here we go. Here's the playoffs. Let's look at the playoffs. Are we at the playoffs, folks? Wild card standings. How do we get to the playoffs? Until playoffs end? There should be a... Why am I not seeing it? The playoffs, the tree. Playoffs begin right here. Let's finish today up. Let's see what happens. I should be able to get a playoff coverage. Here we go. Playoff tree. There we go. So we got the Aloha State, folks. Nevada, Arkansas, Evergreen State, Wisconsin, and the Garden State, and Bay and Illinois. The Peace Garden State, folks. Indiana, Georgia. There they are. They want to maintain that. They want to get back-to-back years. Can they do it? The Green Mountain State, Great Lake State, Utah, Ocean State, and the Treasure State, folks. Let's go. Let's get to the next round, or next week. So Nevada, next, let's finish today off. Okay, here we go. Now we're in the division series, folks. So Nevada took care of Hawaii, Arkansas. You guys can see Garden State, Bay State. The Peaches are going on, folks. The Peach State, are they going to do it again? Let's go till next week. Okay, let's go. Let's finish today. Let's get this series done. So Garden State looks like they moved on. Come on, my game's thinking here. My computer got the blue circle of death here. Come my computer should handle this game. Okay, a lot of games, they haven't been decided yet. The championship series still haven't been decided. Let's go to the next week. Let's move things on here. So we got, oh, the Peach State lost, folks. Is that North Dakota? Peace Guard, that is. Peace Guard State is North Dakota. Moved on, folks. And Arkansas. Let's see what happens. I'm going into another week. The Natural State. Natural State's moving on, looks like. In North Dakota, maybe they're still simming this one out. It's still simulating, folks. I don't know what happened to my computer. This is not a good sign. It's only the second year in and my computer's having troubles here. Here we go. Arkansas, folks, against the Peace Garden State. Let's go. Let's go. Let's finish today. Who takes game one? Nobody. They didn't play. Arkansas takes game one, folks. Game two they took. It's 2-0 Arkansas, folks. Are they going to sweep them? No, Peace Garden State got a game. And we can look at these games too. I mean, can we watch them? We might be able to watch them as well. Let's see. Standings. Playoffs. Yeah, here we go. You go to World Series. We can look at this. Series is tied 2-2. So we can actually play it. We could play a team if you guys want me to. Let's simulate it. Let's go. So the Peace Garden State won it. Game 5. Let's just say 13. Wait, what? It's cutting it off. North Dakota Peace Garden 6. I got the nicknames too long. What did they win by? What was the score here? If I hover over at 13, it says something. What was the box score? Gotta look. 13-5. North Dakota took care of business. So here we go. North Dakota's just one win away. I finished it today, and now they're going over here to tomorrow. Here we go tomorrow. They're in North Dakota. Here it is. Let's sim it out. Are we going? This series is tied 3-3, folks. It was 2-0 with the 10 innings. 7-5 with the 10 innings, folks. Oh, man. Okay, so exciting game 7 is tomorrow in North Dakota. Here we go. We're going to sim it. Who's going to win, guys? The Natural State, the Arkansas, or the Peace Garden State, North Dakota. And there it is, folks. I still don't know who won. 7-run North Dakota, folks, wins it. There it is. It doesn't have the trophy here yet. Why doesn't it have the trophy? There it is, folks. North Dakota. So both of the winners have come out of the National League. Let's go and take a look at all. Let's get through the. I'm going to sim all the way up to the Showboat Mango Award. We'll look at all the award winners and the stats of the year. We can kind of see it here. The American League leading average 342. The National League was 362. So better hitter there. Home runs 46 in the National League. Top home run hitter over here in the American is 49. RBI 125, 114. I'm kind of curious how that guy won the last year's MVP, how he did this year. We'll look at that. Tell me how you guys think I'm doing here. I suck. This is interesting. This is no fun. I guess it all depends on how many views I get, right? You can kind of gauge on if people are liking it or not. There's an expansion draft. Wait, what? There's 2 new teams already coming in to the league, folks. Man, I already have 50. I should have taken this off, huh? And not do the expansions. Ah, man. That was my fault, guys. I'll go and delete these teams if I know how to do it. League rules. Guys, as options, expansion. We'll take that off. We just want to do the 50 states, right? That's all we want to do. So I'm gonna have to go in here in game settings. Oh, I'm not sure how to do this. Let's take them off. Let's delete those. Where the hell are they at? We don't want them. Yes, San Jose. Yeah, let's delete. Okay, how do I do it? I might have to do it off camera somehow, guys. I'll figure it out. Edit league colors. Add development. Add minor leagues. You can erase the entire league hit. We don't want to do that. We want to erase. I'll do this off camera. I'll not delete the league. I'll figure out how to delete the team. It's in here somewhere. I'm not going to bore you guys by me just going around. Reassign media to teams. Delete a team. Before they pick their players. All right, I'll figure it off camera. Let's just look on the stats of what happened this year, guys. Here we go. History index. So there we go. Champions this year again came from the National League. The National League average, they hit 261, 440, so worse than last year in both ERA and average. Their ERA went better than last year. Oh no, the champions. Okay, hello, they were talking about these teams here. Arkansas had a better ERA than last year's team, a worse average. So compared to them, Arkansas had a better ERA and just a slightly lower 260 average. They had a 261. All right, so the awards, folks, American League awards, here we go. So this year, the MVP was this Jonathan Gomez. But let's first look at what Sanchez did his second year. Okay, so last year he had that I thought it was 7.8 WAR. Is it readjusted? 7.6 now. It might have been 7.6 then. I thought it was 7.8, but definitely took a downfall of 4.7 WAR. He only hit 276 this year, so they caught on to him. He still had a decent amount of homers, 31 homers, but yeah, definitely took a drop. Man, only 2 less ribbies. He struck out, what is that, 40 more times? Same amount of stolen bases. Still a good season, but not the MVP one. How'd the pitcher of the year last year do? Or this year? He actually led in WAR, a 6. So I'm guessing not as good pitchers this year. For last year, he had a 7. They didn't even lead it. His strikeouts for 9 innings went down. A little bit up in the walks. Still had 223 strikes. He still had a really good year. He had a lot better ERA. Okay. Rookie of the year. How did the rookie of the year last year? Void K's probably went way down, huh? This is gonna adjust too. I don't remember seeing that, but maybe it was last year. Remember his rookie of the year? He was a home run guy. He was a rookie of the year, right? Home run guy, 55 homers, but he's either struck out or home run. he did he play as many games? A little bit fewer, what? 21 games less, but considerable. Almost 100 less strikeouts. So he did that better. Less than half home runs. He only hit 223, so not the best year for him. The second year. So Jonathan Gomez won it this year from Massachusetts. His nickname is Duck Hunter. An 8.1 WAR, folks. Batted a .330 with 34 homers. So consistent from last year, 36 homers to 34 homers. His average last year, he had a good year last year as well, 300. He's improved that by 30 points, 330 he's hitting. All right, we're going to go over to the National League and who won it. This Mario Salas won the Showboat Mango, but how did David? He won it last year, the MVP. Still, he had a 5.9 WAR. Look how consistent. 306 he hit last year. He hit 308 this year. And just slightly, his on-base percentage went down. His slugging, his homers went down to 26 compared to 41 last year. So, it's hard to maintain the spectacular numbers as he did that first year. But still a great season. This Mario Salas got it this year from Georgia Peach. His nickname is Cougar. As a man, do you want to be called a Cougar? Look at this. He led the league last year, folks, in WAR, 7.3. And then he's like, I still didn't get the MVP last year, so he kicked butt more even this year. A second baseman at 8.5 WAR. 451 on base percentage. His average went up by 7 points, 317. Homers went up to 32. The only thing that went down was strikeouts, which is great. That's what you want. His stolen bases went down a little bit, 16 down. He walked more phenomenal player here, folks. Mario Salas, second baseman for Georgia. Who won the pitcher of the year? This Manny guy is from Vermont. Nickname is CB, huh? 19 wins, 2.66 ERA, 216 innings pitched, 225 strikeouts. So he's averaging 9.3 strikeouts per nine innings. Just under 3 walks a game. 2.7 there. Rookie of the year this year, guys, Charlie Holisher. And he's actually a real life guy who came in. A real life guy. He started in real life 1918 to 1924 he played. In his first year in the real 19, he hit 316 with 2.6. So I think, did he beat it? Oh, he hit 3. He did better. 315 average with 6.8 WAR. And he moved up quick last year. He was in the rookie league. He went to AA or single A. Then he went to AAA. And now they're like, yeah, you're good enough to play, buddy. Good for him. Our first real life player that I've noticed, right? That we've got reliever of the year. Rafael Iglesias, folks. How many saves did he got? 38. Hit 29 last year. Lot better ERA. 2.3. Very good Puerto Rican closer. We didn't look at him last year. Mike Nunez, a Canadian, American-Canadian guy. All right, folks. Accomplishments. 3 homers, guys. 6 hits plus in a game. Wow. So there was 2 the first year. Then there was 4 guys that got a 6-hit game. 15 Ks. Nobody got 15 strikeouts this year. It was all 3 guys last year. Anybody hit for the cycle this year? Look at all those guys that hit for the cycle last year. It's incredible. We had only 2 this year. No hitters. 1. Now that's more like it. Usually there's what? An average. A couple every year. Average. 2, 3. But the first year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 no-hitters. This year, 1 no-hitter, folks. And it was against the World Series champions versus North Dakota. 50 homer. Nobody had 50 homers or more this year. Nobody's had 150 plus ribbies in a game. 20-win season. No, 1 guy last year. Triple crowns. I'm not sure. I gotta look that up. Triple crowns. You're leading the stats in maybe wins, ERA, and strikeouts. That might be what it is. I have to look it up, but 1 guy's won it this year, right? And he actually got the. He was MVP, wasn't he? He was the guy we looked at. Pitcher of the Year award. Manny. Some milestones in hitting. 23-game hitting streak so far is the record. 25 this year. 24 is a 25-game hitting streak. So single season this year, folks, the best hitter for average was this Roy guy. 361 he hit. Damn. That's pretty damn good. This Mario guy on base percentage, you guys can see it. This David Vasquez guy's dominated here. Games, at-bats, runs, hits. So this Roy guy. Doubles. Wow. He had a lot of doubles last year. He had 69 doubles. This Yongzhen Chong, the Singaporean, 69 doubles last year. And he's got 52 this year. Now he's up in the triples. That's crazy. So he's obviously not just the single season record holder with 69. Now he's the career guy, of course, because he did it twice in 2 times back-to-back years with phenomenal amount of doubles. And he's probably really close with the most triples, 16 all time. Home runs this year, 55. That was last year's record. So this year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new records were happening. Wins above replacement. This Mario, he had that 8.5. Wow, the Cougar. Pitching now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A bunch of new records this year for single pitching records. ERA, most wins, winning percentage, saves 48. Shutouts, innings pitched, hits allowed, home runs allowed. Strikeouts would be the big one. So this we seen it, right? This North Korean last year led the league 254. Dude, he is consistent because he hit 223 strikeouts. So the strikeout phenomenal pitcher here, folks. Look at 6 pitches he's got. A knuckle curve, a splitter, sinker, curveball, slider, fastball. This North Korean knows how to pitch, folks. You ain't hitting off him. You're striking out, folks. $37.5 million salary. Does say he's fragile, but I mean he's getting a shitload of games in any pitch, so good for that North Korean with the strikeouts, folks. Most walks. You guys see it here. So Tom Duffel, 8 wins above replacement. And then, of course, the career pitching is the North Korean guy. Unfortunately, he's already 33, so we're only going to see him. Well, I guess, pitchers, he can pitch up to 40 years old. We'll see how long he pitches for. What other things, guys, we want to see? That's the records. So, yeah, I'll have to go in here. That's going to be it, folks. I'm going to go in and I should have, would have, could have. You got to look at the game settings and don't allow the expansion. What other team? Don't let team relocate to other cities, because this was the 50 states save. We want to have just the 50 states so we can see what state is going to kick butt. If I have these expansions, who did they add? They had San Jose and some other team was going to come in here. So no team, no nickname changes as well. No relocations and no expansions. All right, guys. Hey, you live and learn. And I'll have to figure out how to do that. Go and change it. That's my goal right now after I let you guys go here. Yeah, because they got to submit a protection list now, because the expansion team, I think how it works is they get to pick 1 or 2 guys from every team that's not on your protection lists. But anyway, here we go, folks. There's it is. Arkansas lost to the Peace Garden State. North Dakota wins the 2nd World Series here on my baseball league. And it's nice we're getting some of the rookies, the historical rookies coming through, guys. Oh, I wanted to see how Mickey Mantle. Is that how you spell it, guys? How did he do? He's playing. He was in just the rookie year. Oh yeah, he only had 4 games. Kicked butt in the 4 games. Only 17 at bats so far, folks. So, development. So you have these sliders right now. They're really trying to increase his defense. All right, we'll look at him. I still predict he's going to be one of the best hitters, even though the game looked like they didn't rank him as high as his real life stats. All right, folks, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to get you guys on the standings here. Here we go. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, here it is. I guess the standings is kind of cool. My team got 88 wins, 97. Who had the... So, Nevada Silver had the most wins, though, even though... No, excuse me. Rhode Island, folks. They've been predicted, what, twice by the preseason predictions to had the most wins. But they lost in the playoffs. 99, yeah, that's the highest. And then Nevada, 97. Yeah, we gotta delete the San Jose Warhawks. Get these guys in the Philadelphia Skeeters. Get these guys out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Remember, keep moving forward.